Hey! Hello, everybody! What the hell? All right, Kate, you're fired. I think it was my fault. I turned it on in the last one. I turned that on last time.
I forgot to turn off the loop.
See, normally it's... I hate that button because when we turn it off one time, it should stay off every time. I hate that. I normally do that, but it might do that, but I think I turned it on last time because I didn't know when they would start, so it was just looping over and over. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was my fault. Definitely not her fault.
That was my fault. I'm sorry. Am I really fired? Then Niles and I can go watch a movie.
If you want to take the night off, you can.
I'll see you later.
All right, folks. Well, that meeting should have realistically lasted an hour. The Muncie City Council meeting, tonight's council meeting, it's over. It's over. It's all over. 10 years ago, I would have said the fat lady sang, but now I get canceled for that. So now it's like the redheaded guy kind of went crazy. Is that what you say is that what you say in meaning it's finished? The redhead went nuts. But see, that's just as and people should know what that means. People shouldn't get offended for that because we all know redheads go crazy. It would have been an hour if it had been a council meeting, but we we had 2 meetings. Let's get off redheads now. You're not a redhead, are you? I call you more. I don't know. Let me go take a look at this here. Now my grandma's gonna like you. I like Jeff's all of Jeff's work, his pictures. He's got like a roll of roll of pictures. He's got like a section of pictures on Facebook where it's all like redheaded humor. Obviously, he's a redhead, and it's like all of his pictures show him, and it's like, look, the redhead man doesn't have a soul. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's funny. All right, so the meeting is over, and I don't know if Audie noticed, but Audie was elevated. He's been here long enough that he's not a special guest anymore. Tonight, I elevated him to contributing correspondent with contributing correspondent Audie Barber. So I put that there. Here's episode 92. It's all said and done. And here's I look, some of these I really put a lot of thought in. Hey, you know what? I can show you guys, for all of you that are here live, you guys didn't see the did you? Hold on here. I don't know if I actually ever did it right. Oh, yeah. You didn't see the thumbnail as I fixed it last night. Remember last night's thumbnail? I told you that I would probably fix it afterwards. Well, I did. I fixed it. The plus size non-gender specific person. He's using auto-tune. That's hilarious. I fixed the thumbnail from last night's show. Look at it here. Look how good that is. The end is nigh. It looks like all these papers are blowing off the podium, and all these papers are blowing off of the cardboard box desk. I knocked down one of the microphones down here, and this one's knocked over. We've got the end is nigh here. We've got these meteors falling. It's lightning. I really did some good stuff with this one. And then this is the thumbnail we get tonight. I don't even know what I was doing here. I was not in the mood today, so it is what it is. So we've got the council going out right here. We've got the incoming council here. And when I put this incoming council in, I realized that it didn't look like a council meeting. It looked more like a knockoff Grey's Anatomy. It was like knockoff Grey's. And then it dawned on me. Here we go. Coming soon, winter of 2024, a new hit TV show on NBC called Point of Order. Things are about to get out of order. Don't these people look like members of like bad casting? Like this is like a D-level casting? Like, I mean, I've seen every one of these people in a movie like on Lifetime or something. Every one of these people. I've put them in order. You've got Jeff Green, District 1, District 2, She Who Shall Not Be Named, District 3, Brad Garrett, District 4, Sarah Gullion, District 5. Cousin it. Nah, I just didn't want to show her face. But I did put her in a pink sweater. I will say that person's hair is nicer than Nora's. So I want to say that for the record. Somebody already yelled at me. Someone already said, hey, that person has nicer hair than Nora. So it is what it is. Jerry Dishman, District 5. Mason in District 6. Pooh? That's right. At large, the 3 on the end, Rose Selvey, McIntosh, and everybody's Dale Basham. All right. If only I knew someone who could do Dale Basham's voice perfectly. Oh, wait, I do. All right. I don't know what's going on with Audie, but I think he's finally got settled. So, oh yeah, She Who Shall Not Be Named is already getting herself on the TV show. You see, she was up there and up there and up there. We'll be talking about that. We're going to be bringing Audie on. He is our our contributing correspondent.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Everything sounds great.
Cool. I'll turn it this way. I think I need it this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, Chris, pretty interesting meeting tonight.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty good meeting.
Alva sees you.
Cool.
There's the crippled bastard.
There's the crippled bastard. Yeah, I got, what the hell?
What do you keep flipping me around for?
Because my thumb was over here on the video, and I don't have a stand. I'm going to have to, since I'm contributing correspondent now.
Yeah.
Is that a big pay raise?
What?
Double my salary?
Yes, you're yes.
And,
oh, hey, look, Charlize is here. I'm glad Charlize is here.
Charlize was at the meeting tonight. So
yeah.
That's good. So it started off pretty simple. They called to order. Mr. Garrett, he gave 2 awards out tonight.
What's going on with that? Where's my award? 2 full council swings, and I have not got an award by any of these people. I think I'm going to start having I resemble that remark. I'm going to start having a complex.
Right. Well, you got to be at the meeting, though.
Yeah, right. Well,
so, you know. But anyhow, we had a pretty short going out benediction by Billy Mack, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah.
Prayer session. He short and sweet and to the point. He did a really good job.
It wasn't as long as that one lady's. I watched that last night.
Yeah, I watched it with you too. So I got a bright light shining somewhere here. I got to figure out.
See, it looks good. It's not bothering me. I don't know. Maybe it's bothering you.
This one over my shoulder's not bothering.
It's probably that one over your shoulder. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Reflection off my.
Is that a mirror?
That's my.
I'm going to have to help get your lighting set in the house if you're going to be doing this more.
This is really cool, Chris. This belonged to my great grandmother.
Yeah.
It's a family tree from back in 1800s to early 1900s. See that? It's really
Oh
cool.
yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, it hung in my grandma Bo's. And if you notice right over here, I don't know if you can see it. See where it says Sloan on it?
Yeah.
You kept complaining about that. I got Sloans in my family. Those are all Sloans. And then,
If he turns this around, I guarantee you it says bought from Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. Bought from Hobby Lobby in 1903. But anyhow, the meeting went pretty good for the most part.
Damn, what meeting were you watching?
I thought it went pretty good, especially when they started complaining, especially when one councilman that's being replaced this year decided he was going to show his ass.
I thought it went pretty good. I mean, okay, so I get it. You meaning pretty good? You meant it was like a shit show. Okay, I get it.
Pretty good, about like a good case of the clap or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I hope that the kids that were in there that said they wanted it to be mad exciting or whatever. I hope they got what they asked for.
Yeah, it was a lot better than their classroom because I kept watching them. None of them would fall asleep, so they was all very interested.
They were interested. Well, that's good. I hope the city of Muncie makes some new council characters. Me too. These ones just kind of are not good. Maybe we need to get to like season 2 before we really have a shake up.
So they've done a lot of the making up the proposals for the salary amendments and all that stuff, and they brought up asked me, and I got up there and told them, I said, council, I hope that you would overrule the administration and go ahead and give them their 10% raise, but they didn't want to enact on that or nothing. So what's going to happen is Ask Me is going to be a thing of the past. There's not going to be an Ask Me union. And I would say probably after next year's negotiations, I think they're going to try to do away with the city police union and the Muncie Fire Union. So we'll see. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking Ask Me is going to be the first one out. I don't think there's going to be a union. They're going to get their 4% raise. And I'm hoping those guys take it to arbitration and make them give them the 10%. But I'm feeling that they're going to try to do away with the union like they did the highway garage and the county police. So just my thoughts.
You've been saying this for a while now. I don't think they'll be dumb enough to try it, because the Muncie police and the Muncie firemen will seriously throw a fit. I mean, they'll just stop. They will not come back. They will not come in.
Right.
And I don't know that the city would. What?
There is a no strike clause.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you,
the union is so ingrained within the police department, the fire department. It would just be interesting to see what would happen. It would be political suicide. Every single person that was involved with that in any way would never have another political job in Muncie, in Indiana, with these people again. That would not happen. It would be political suicide. And I'm not even a big fan of, all that, but I'm just telling you,
I know you're not a fan.
You and I went back and forth on this for a while.
And that's where people need to understand. We don't always agree on everything, but we still get along.
We
still have conversations. We can still be friends.
Yeah, just like Aaron Clark and Troy Ingram.
Well, but
what?
Aaron did come up and shake my hand and say, you do a good job. Keep up the good work, all that shit, Stay in touch and all that stuff.
Stay in touch. I'll never talk to Aaron Clark again in my life.
I said, Aaron, where's the mayor going to appoint you? He said,
right.
He said, I'm not going to be appointed. I said, what do you mean? He said, I told the mayor I didn't want an appointment. He said that he's going to stay with the unsafe building committee. So we'll see.
Did he cry when he was shaking your hand?
No, he's happy to go.
He's happy?
I'm sure he's happy to see me.
He's happy to go.
Like he told me for the election, he was a shoe-in.
He was a shoe-in.
But if he didn't get in, he would just walk away and that'd be it. So we'll see.
Because there's no other choice. if he didn't get in, hey, if I don't get in, I promise I guess I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kind of go back through here real quick. So you said a couple good things when they were going through the for everybody. Most of you probably watched the meeting. I mean, we don't have to spend a whole lot of time. It's not like we got to watch the whole thing.
Right.
I want to show this up to a couple people here. The agenda. Just briefly pull this up. Here's the agenda. And basically, the agenda is weird here because in the ordinances previously introduced, the clerk did not put anything. So there were a whole host of ordinances in the ordinances previously introduced section that was not here. So you actually have to go back to the meeting from November in order to get the agenda.
Chris, the agenda paper that they had there had all those ordinances.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure they had it there. This is just they didn't go back to they didn't. Well, here it is amended. Let me see if she fixed it here. She probably fixed it. It just wasn't in the packet. Aha. Look, you got to be smart enough to go up here and get the amended one. Yeah, right here. Previously introduced. They're all right here. Okay, so they did get them on the amended copy. So, okay, so we're here. So just a couple brief things. They took off 1823. They took off. That wasn't a big deal. When they went through amending the maximum salaries, ordinance 21, 22, 23, I think what you did was a good thing, getting up and saying, hey, you guys need to fix this thing with the AFSCME. Look, bottom line is this is not a hey, Troy Ingram, I'm glad you're here. Stick around just for a second. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to talk to you in a minute.
Well, I've got two new members on my council, the 11th and 12th man. So we'll see if they show up the next council meeting.
Who's that?
I don't know. We'll just
what? You'll have to text me and tell me what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
They said they're going to sit with me at the next council meeting.
So okay, all right. It'd be interesting to see who they are. All right, you'll have to text me and tell me what you're talking about.
This way, they're well-known people.
What?
They're well-known people coming off the council. Did I say that out loud? They're well-known people.
You're an idiot. So I am glad that you spoke up and said what you said about the AFSCME deal. So I'm glad that got there. And then all that stuff was pretty easy to go through. We get down to what?
Here's the thing. I mentioned it last month to start reading these ordinances as out, yes. At least brief description of what they are. So
yes.
Won't do it after every ordinances and stuff. I'm going to get up and say, hey, look,
yeah,
more about.
I'm sorry, but when the reading secretary says resolution 19-23, a resolution for transfer of appropriations.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, but appropriations for what? What, right. Are we appropriating $13? Or are we appropriating $130,000? That's important.
Very important. That way it's on the record. It's not, oh, we approved this. We ain't going to have this to where they catch us with our pants down and say, oh, this was approved. The agenda was about, or what the ordinance was about.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's what the 10th councilman does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's absolutely crazy. So that's what the 10th councilman does. So I'm glad that you got him said that. We need to put pressure on the new council. They need to do better with that. That's crazy.
I agree 100%.
So resolutions, basically we get down, the meeting was over. The meeting was a quick meeting. Basically, everything from the top of the agenda to resolution 2022, 2023, 2022, 23 was wham bam, thank you, ma'am, over in an hour and a half, if at the most.
Right.
But then I kind of didn't know. I didn't know what I thought Aaron was going to do. The very first thing I think was weird is Aaron Clark starts the meeting off by saying, I prepared a document and I sent it to everybody. And Council President Jeff Robinson says, have you sent that to everybody? And he was like, well, no, I didn't send it to you and Councilor Ingram. Well, now, wait just a moment. Why in the hell would you prepare a document and send it to what you said was all of the council and leave 2 council members out of it? Why would you do that?
And the thing about it is he didn't send it to the new council members either.
Yeah, right. Why would that happen? That's absolutely stupid. So, I think that's crazy. I don't understand why that would have happened. A couple of y'all are mentioning Tyler being great. I feel like this is administration as well. Of spite and vengeance. Oh yeah, well I'll tell you, that's very true. This council, not this council, but this current mayor's administration. Let me tell you this. They've got nothing to be joyous about going into January 2024.
Oh,
but
shit.
all of the what?
I forgot to tell Troy 5'4" is now 6'3", Mr. Ingram.
Yes, now we'll always remember.
In-law.
Okay. So the thing is, though, they were in tonight's. See, so when I live stream the meeting, I don't live stream the comment section. I just put the meeting up there because I guess it might be kind of fun to see that stuff. But the Dan Addicts were in the comment section. They were militant. They were like taking everybody down. If someone would get in there and make a post, Troy Tackett would happy face it. Lindsay Corey Fink would say that person was ridiculous. Barbara Taylor Thomas, the little kid that used to play on Tool Time, is now an 80-year-old woman. She would get on there and say that person's a bad guy. They were like, bam, 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 bam.
Were they
Mary Stilts? What?
Was they all giving me hell?
Oh yeah, you got to get on there and see it. It's great. Mary Stilts got in there at one point. We were talking about mayors attending council meetings.
Right.
And Mary Stilts said, mayors in most cities do not attend council meetings. And I said, as the person here who has been to, let me ask you, Mary, how many council meetings from other cities have you been to? Right. I will put my number of other meetings in other areas throughout East Central Indiana up against anybody's in here. And I have seen, I've seen mayors at a majority of those other meetings. I don't know what she's talking about. So I went in there and I got to talking about that. Shireen Wagley jumped on my case. Troy Tackett jumped on my case. Yeah, here Troy Tackett's going after Audie.
Oh, was he going after?
Oh, big man. I was there. I was absolutely in the
What'd TT say about me?
Just that, you were on the same side as, I think, same. I don't know who he was saying you're on the same side as.
Troy.
But yeah, Troy Ingram. What?
He was saying he was on the same side as Troy, kind of on the outside, trying to do the best for Muncie.
Yeah. You're an outsider. You and Troy are outsiders.
I attend more meetings than that piece of shit will ever dream of attending. Tell him to
right.
Underwear on and his wife's pants on, and stay down there on Kilgore and try to repair people over on.
So yeah, I don't know. That's really crazy. I don't know. It was crazy, but yeah. So that was the other thing. So it was amazing to me that Aaron was like, nobody's asked me any questions, bro. Like, you're not the arbiter of information here. Something's going on with your sound there, man.
Hell shit.
You like cut in and out.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, you're good there.
Okay. Try to lean back here.
You were cutting in and out there.
That's a bad spot right there by that area of my house. So it happened.
All right, good. I'm glad.
Hey,
I'm glad.
I got a bum knee, so I'm kind of I got a surgery coming up.
Yeah. When's your surgery?
Next Tuesday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be off of it for a couple of days. Now, Chris, I will give you this little bit of information. I know that people don't take office till January 1st, and I made it a point in the meeting to say, that to let people know that January 1st was the first day of the meeting, the first Monday of the month, and that's when they clarified that the next meeting was going to be on the 8th. So,
well, yeah, they don't ever have a first meeting on New Year's Day. Are you nuts?
No, I'm not. But some people may be, and think, well, I'm going to go to that meeting. That's first of the year, and so I just wanted to get it on the record. I like getting stuff on the record.
Yeah, I mean, that it was a good thing to do that because, so yeah, the first meeting of January won't be until
January
8th. January 8th, because I thought they said the 11th.
The 11th, they may have said the 11th, but I think the new council members are going to get sworn in December the 11th, which is next Monday at 5:30.
Okay.
Take office January 1st. That way they'll.
Yeah, I don't know what they were saying because they did tell you that the council meeting was on the 11th. Right. I don't care when those people get sworn in. The bottom line is they take office January 1st, and the first council meeting will be the first Monday of the month that is not New Year's Day.
Correct.
So it'll be November 8th.
January.
Yeah, January 8th. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. We're all backwards here. January 8th.
I'm sorry. We've learned to hear you stumble on months before.
Yeah, right. So the biggest thing that I want to talk about is kind of what happened with this fire thing when we're real close to the end of the meeting. Like I kind of thought everybody was going to get out of there unscathed. It was going to be easy. And then Aaron does this thing where he wants to pull this off and he wants to just jam it through. And I got to tell, yeah, Ryan, that is exactly true. Ryan Webb brings it right there with the fire there. I was disappointed to see all of the returning council members flat out refuse to join the discussion regarding the fire station resolution. Disappointing. I'm going to tell you what really bothers me, and we've not talked since the day after the election, but Ro and I have a big discussion coming. And she needs to be told that she needs to temper herself because, man, I'm telling you, the first time someone disagrees with her, or the first time someone says something against what she does, she sets up in there and she looks like she's, chewing on the sour pickle. And she's got this look on her face. Tonight, it looked like she was trying to crawl beneath the curtains and get out of Dodge. I don't know. She just shut down. I didn't know if she was breathing at one point. It was very bizarre to watch what she was doing. It was Ro tried to disappear behind the curtains.
Because everybody was giving her hell because she didn't call the other meeting.
That's right. But why didn't she stand? Now, here's the couple things that bothered me. And I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but there was a counselor up there that knows why Roe didn't hold the meeting. And I'm going to tell you why Roe didn't hold the meeting. I'm going to tell you right here. I'm going to tell you why she hadn't. Because she received an email. Now, don't say it yet. I'm going to tell you who here in a second. She received an email asking her not to hold the meeting until after the election because they didn't want it to be political, which means it was political before then. It had been political before then. Now, I'm going to tell you, I said, don't do this until after the election. I said, don't do it until after the first of the year. Audie said, don't do it until after the first of the year. Everybody out there was saying, don't do it until after the first of the year. And they were like, no, we got to get it done. We got to get it done. We got to do it before the election. We got to make a big deal about it. Then they held a meeting on October 23rd that was disastrous. She didn't get it live streamed. She was only giving people 2 minutes to speak. Nobody was there. Aaron Clark wasn't even there.
And here, to her defense, which I don't like to defend her too much, but she was told by the mayor that she couldn't have it live streamed.
Who said that?
She contacted the mayor, and the mayor wouldn't let her have it live streamed or recorded.
What? Wait. Because we're gonna get to the email here in a second. How do you know that?
She told me that she went up to the mayor's office to get it live streamed and to have it recorded, and they wouldn't do it for her. She told me that at that meeting.
Okay, because that's not been what she said. First of all, he's not her boss. She should have reached out to the county, the council president. That's insane.
Well,
she should have said that.
She should have said that, and she never did, though. She did tell me that, though. And if she says she didn't, I'll call her a liar to her face, because that's what she told me. She went upstairs, and that they wouldn't call in the guy to do the live stream. I don't even know what his name is. She said his name. Said they wouldn't call him in to do the live streaming because they'd have to pay him extra and da. So
Slusher, the mayor pays him to come in there in a video when he farts in the office.
Right.
So you telling me they can't live? That is a bunch of bull, and I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
That's
but
what
I'll
she
tell
told
you
me.
this. I'll tell you this. Now, I don't have an issue with the man who sent this email. I have no issue with him, and I agree with him. The man is Frank Scott.
Yep.
Now, say what you said to me today when I said that. I mean, I know and we'll explain it. The man was Frank Scott.
Isn't he just a
No, you said who? Audie obviously knows who Frank Scott is, but the point is, who's Frank Scott? And I'm not being disrespectful. I know who Frank Scott is. He is a very well-respected man in the community. He's a member, very well-respected within the Black community, and I respect Frank Scott.
And I think he's also, at one time, isn't he related to the Scotts that do the bail bondsman?
I don't know. I mean, he could be related to Batman. He's not a city councilor.
Right.
So he's not a fireman. He's not a council. He's not part of the administration. So the fact that Rose Selvey bends over backwards and sets up her entire day in life and schedule, and the whole crux of this situation based off the email of one man, I got to be asking what's going on there.
Right.
Why does she care so much? Because when I told Ro, hey, don't be doing this until after this needs to be hold off, and we got in a big fight about it.
Right. Well, like I told her tonight, she brought it up in October, saying that she wouldn't let them firemen sleep in there another night. And then she does nothing with it. She has one meeting that's not broadcast live or recorded. To
And after you said that, she went,
yeah, she done her typical eye roll and her little twerk of the head and all that stuff. Just if you're afraid to be called out on something, do it. Do it the right way, like you're supposed to.
yeah.
Don't
Yes.
say you're going to do something and then roll your freaking eyes about it in the council meeting, because you are supposed to be professional up there. I'm still a member.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can roll my eyes. I can do that stuff. But when you're sitting on the council, it's a little different. Now that she's elect, she finally got elected to it instead of appointed to it, But she comes in there now that she's going to be on the new council and got elected. She thinks she's one of those that the power goes to her head. It's already went to her head, and we we can see we're going to have issues with her for the next 4 years.
Oh, it's going to be a bad thing. It's going to be bad all the way around. And
rumor has it she's going to change her name. The only reason she kept the Selvey name was because her ex-husband is the building commissioner, and they were pretty high up in the Republican Party at one time. But I hear that she's going to change her name back to her maiden name now that she got elected.
Which was what?
I don't even remember what this person told me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't care what her name is. That matters nothing to me. What I care about is her not rolling her eyes when people are talking to her. I care about her doing her damn job. And the problem I had was that they had a meeting on the 10th of the 23rd of October.
Yep.
On the 23rd of October. And I don't care why she did it. I don't care how she, if the mayor told her that, Roe then needed to make a stink about it. Roe could have asked me to come and live stream it. Right. Whatever. Roe could have made sure to get people done.
Roe's trying to get back in with the
right, which is what she was doing there. After that disaster of a meeting.
So she acted like a good soldier and done it the way the mayor wanted her to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Frank Scott, though, then sent that email, yes, Annie, before the election, because it wouldn't have made sense to send it after the election, because all he did was he asked her, well, this is what I was told. I was told that he asked her to hold off until after the election. So that was the 7th. Why didn't they have a meeting, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th? Why didn't they have a meeting last week? Why didn't they have a meeting the week before? There's lots of times they could have had a meeting and they haven't. I put in a records request today for that email. So I will have that email in the next couple days.
Right.
And we will get that together. What's going on there?
I guess if I'm going to have, I don't know, since I'm a reoccurring correspondent or whatever you said, I'm just going to have to tell these people it's on the record to let them know that I'll speak about it if it comes to that.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong about you holding stuff back. I can hold stuff back all the time. You don't have to say who it came from, just that you tell the information.
Right.
You just got to not burn people.
Right.
Right. But I just, I've known Rose Selvey a long time, and we've been up and we've been down, and we are on a down period now. But
maybe she'll drink some wine between now and the end of the year, and you guys will be buddy.
Well, we're not going to be buddy until she starts doing the right thing, and that's.
And like I told him up there tonight, look, I don't care what party you're from, as long as you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Well, locally speaking, it really does not matter. It should be about doing the right thing. And that's why what Charlize Jameson said, and Annie said this, and I don't know if she said it here. I'm looking back in the comments, or if she said it in the last meeting. In the meeting in the comments, but there are two ends of the same spectrum. the counselor that I think is probably the absolute standout, the person who deserves all of our praise for doing a damn good job, is Counselor Troy Ingram.
And I told him
that. Yeah, he did an amazing job. He was there for the people. If he would have been loved by the party, I think he would have done the right thing for the people. Being hated by the party, he did the right thing for the party people. Right. He did the right thing. The opposite side of that, the counselor who, in my opinion, deserves as much praise as Troy gets, that deserves as much backlash, is Aaron Clark. These two people blow me away, because I honestly thought going into this that Troy and I would be cool, but I thought Aaron would be the standout.
Right.
And Aaron completely was trash, and Troy was the standout.
I think Aaron only brought 1 or 2 ordinances up, and one of them was for the damn chickens.
The chicken ordinance.
And after he got defeated on that, he quit bringing stuff up.
I was told by somebody long ago that Aaron would be done after the chicken ordinance. Before the chicken ordinance went through, when he first brought it up, someone said he is burning so much political capital here, and he will have nothing to do after this. And that's basically been true. He's been a voice for the mayor since.
Right. And his cousin.
And his cousin, man.
Well, I was, they had made a motion to vote on something, and they didn't ever vote on it. And then when they voted to table it again, they went ahead and voted to table it, but yet they should have still went ahead and either pulled the first, help me out here. The first, I just said
tabling.
The first motion. They should have pulled the first motion first before they tabled that the second time. And I brought that up to Jeff and the council, and they looked at me like I was a dummy. Well, the new council members said that the rule of the Murphy rule, or whatever it is, that they should have pulled that off the table or pulled that back. Made a motion.
I don't understand what you're saying at all.
They made a motion to take a vote on it, and that's when and he got a second on it. Okay.
Yeah.
On the bot, they should have had to vote on it, because Aaron kept saying, I want to vote. I want to vote. I want to vote. And then they decided to table it. What they should have did was went back and pulled the motion to vote on it off the table, pulled it off, and then turned around and tabled it again. But they didn't do it that way. So they've got a live vote still on the table that they never voted on or did anything with it. And I was looked at like I was dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made a motion to vote on to accept the bot or to turn it down.
Yeah. Yes.
And made a motion to table it, to table that ordinance.
Yeah.
Well, they without doing anything with the motion to vote on that. And Brandon Murphy was up there stumbling around like, well, I don't have that with me. I don't know.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that Murphy, because Murphy's never like that. I was kind of shocked that he was like, well, I don't know. And they were just kind of like, well, we don't know. I don't know. Nobody here knows.
Well, that may be maybe he's being a lame duck attorney on it. I don't know. Because I don't know that he's going to be the council's council representation.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be the county's attorney or the council's attorney anymore.
And
we'll discuss.
I mean, if they go back with Joe Hunter,
no,
I don't even know what could that would be horrible. I hope he stays.
Well, we can discuss that later.
Oh, that's interesting. So, have you heard anybody of who you think might go?
Yeah.
Who you think's being brought forward?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I think I know.
Okay.
I think I know.
You can't say who you think you know and the counsel, the attorney's going to be. I mean, you don't got to say who told you or whatever.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I think Dan will come back.
Dan Gibson. Interesting.
Yep, I think Gibson will come back. So, you know, we'll see.
That's interesting because his law firm was going to be Jeff Robinson's law firm if Jeff won the city. He would have been the city attorney.
Correct.
And you know, I know he was upset with Aaron Clark.
Yeah.
But with Aaron gone and so many Democrats and with because Sarah Gullion is his legal secretary, paralegal. So
Also,
I could see that.
We'll just have to make sure that there's a conflict of interest filed. And
there's no problem with them being connected. I mean, they're not related or married or work together. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that
for him. So, you know, she'll have to have.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
If I was her, I'd put a conflict of interest on the table, let people know, and then maybe abstain from the vote on him.
Yeah, it just depends on how the vote would be. I don't know. That'll be interesting. Troy Ingram says that whole ordeal was a show and nothing more. I find it hard to believe that there are council members who believe they shouldn't be involved in the fire and police negotiate. Yeah, let's talk about that.
That was silly. But I'm gonna tell you, Nora will push for her to be in them negotiations. She was in the negotiations.
Yeah. Well, so I want to say this. I was contacted today by someone who said, "Hey, have you heard that?" Someone said, "Have you heard about this ordinance that Ingram has put up?" And you know, the firemen haven't heard about it. And I was like, "No, I didn't hear. I don't know. I didn't hear about this." And I didn't know what the deal was. I hadn't talked to a lot of people there, but it was like there was some kind of scuttlebutt that basically he was putting forward an ordinance that the firemen hadn't heard of. And I was like, man, I've seen the council. I don't know what this is unless it's something new. Well, when they read this ordinance off, I was like, oh, that's what it is. I was perfectly fine with that because it had nothing to do with the firemen. And Jason Chafin getting up and whatever the hell he said was stupid. It had nothing to do with the firemen.
It has to do with the negotiations that they have a council member there. If people didn't see the meeting, that there is a person from the finance committee on.
Sure, but him being like, this is the holy grail or our contract. Right. It's public document, dude. And I can go and request that right now, and I can send it to every person in Muncie.
And the thing about it is, he brought up, well, we wasn't even told nothing about it. Well, it's been on there for 2 weeks. They got to submit those 2 weeks ahead of time. So, you know, and then Jeff turned around and told him, says, well, you know, you guys done all these negotiations and didn't tell us about them. So, you know, where you draw the line.
Yeah, that was way stupid. That was way stupid. Troy putting that forward, he said he was going to put it forward back 2 meetings ago when they talked about this happening. And it's ridiculous that the mayor has to be forced into doing the right thing.
Right.
Dan did not do the right thing this go around. So the council needs to make an ordinance that makes him hold accountable. And it might not be for him. It might be for some mayor in the future. Hell, it might be for some Republican in the future.
And
I want this right thing to happen.
And Roe had a big problem with it. Well, why can't it be somebody from the finance committee that gets along with the mayor? Because that's not the point of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, what? Yeah, yeah.
If you're going to do that, you need to make an opposite political spectrum. I got up there and said, hey, if you're going to do that, you just need to make it, if you got a Republican mayor, you got to have a Democrat councilman sitting in on the meeting. That way everybody knows what the hell's going on.
No, you don't need to ask their permission to submit an ordinance. I know you're being facetious, or I hope you're being facetious, because that's absolutely not right at all. You were doing your job. You did a damn good job. And so what happened to that? Did that get voted down?
It got voted down.
That was ludicrous.
It was a 5-4 or a 6-3 vote. I think it was a 6-3 vote to vote it down.
I was very disappointed by some of the people who voted on that.
So
that
now,
made no sense.
So now the new council can't bring that up unless they reword it or do a different.
Well, for a year. Yeah.
But they can make it something to where that the instead of one person, they can make it 3 people from the finance committee or something.
Well,
shit.
I was gonna go tonight, and then I thought, you know what? I told these people I knew I would be talking to Troy. I'd be telling, I knew I'd have this, and I was like, I'm not going. It's going to be a crazy meeting, and I'm going to live stream. I did something I've never done before. I went on and I talked through it, and that was that. And I'm going next month because I am going to say, so Big Man asked who the president's going to be starting next month.
Well, they'll vote on it. They'll have to vote on it. Jerry will probably bring the meeting to order because he's the senior man, and then they'll open it up for nominations for president. And as soon as they get the nominations for president and vote one of them in, that person will become president, and they'll take over the meeting.
They'll do all of that. I wish that I know I was gonna go, and I was like leaving the house. And right at the last second, I hadn't asked Kate to put everything in the duck. So I was like, screw it, I'll do it. And so it was kind of a technical issue thing that stopped me from going. But I apologize about that to everyone I told I would be there. I will be there, though, because this next council coming in, I want them all to hear that they need to keep the finance committee being the entire council, and they need to not do this 3-person thing, because that's where Nora's power came from.
Yes.
I'm not happy with just where I feel like I can't believe you now.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to give my prediction of who the president's going to be.
Yeah.
I feel the president's going to be Nora.
It'll be Nora.
I feel the vice will probably be Harold Mason. And I feel that the reading secretary will be Sarah Gallion.
I don't really care about any of the rest of the people. It'll be Nora, and that's a horrible situation. I hate that. And it's going to be bad.
Well, you just got to hold them all responsible. And I don't care if they're a Republican. If they're doing wrong, I will go up there and I will hold them responsible.
Nothing's going to change. I'm going to do, we just do the same thing we've always done.
Yeah.
And that'll be what it'll be.
And folks, I want everybody to know the reason I got really hard into politics was over my dad. I think I've said this before. My dad was sick. He had dementia and he had prostate cancer, and he had a flea market, and they had a guy swindling him out of his flea market, and turned around, sold it to the city to the MSD for $250,000 more than what he gave for it. And then when my dad died, I thought, you know what? He died December of 18. And shortly after that, February is when you had to apply to run for council. And that's when I did that. That's after he passed away. I decided, I'm going to fight for this to make sure they do the right thing. And that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Whether I'm elected or not, I can still stand up there and bring this stuff to light.
I don't know about that. Audie calls out Democrats quite frequently.
Oh, very much so. All you have to do is go back to the
Audie and Jeff have been round and around before.
Yes.
Last year, pretty heavily.
Yep.
And
usually that's what I can do. And I can go rounds with people, and then I can go up to them and talk to them like nothing ever happened. I don't hold grudge. Just politics, people.
Yeah. There's only a certain few that get the special grudge held, and that would primarily be she who shall not be named. I pretty much feel that way about oh my God, have you all seen the picture of the cowboy kid? Holy hell. He is really leaning into his role as the cowboy kid commissioner. Hold on here. I'm going to show you this.
Did he have his white hat on or hood?
No, it's worsened. It's really bad.
Wow.
It is really bad. Hold on here. Okay. Kate, can you put this in the duck? I just sent it to you, ma'am. See, look, Annie's even calling you out. Audie has let go of his grudge with Hora.
No.
Has he?
No.
Here's the thing. I'm in a really conflicted spot. Because I don't like her at all, and run her over in my car, whatever, that's fine. I mean, I've got no issues. Figuratively speaking here, people. If Nora gets ran over, I didn't do it.
Well, I'll take this. She's going to be on the council.
Yeah.
And usually I try to talk to most of the council members. But there will not be a time that I will talk to her alone. There will be other people around. And if there's a phone call needed to be made, my wife will be sitting there right there with me. So I will go out there and say that at this point, because let that shit happen to me that she tried to pull once before.
Well, I'm conflicted because I know what she's getting ready to do to Dan Ridenhour. And I think that's kind of funny, but at the same time, I hate it because I know that we are going to have to deal with her.
Right. And sometimes you're better off to, it goes back to the old saying.
No, I mean, deal with her. No, I'm not. I mean, we're going to have to put, listen, I'm going to be real honest. And Sarah's not here, but I'm going to speak to Sarah as if she was. And I'm just going to say, Sarah and Audie and I were in a different place this go around than we were last time. We did not push to get her beat. Now, she had a candidate that just could not beat her. Right. She had great candidates that could beat her last time. That was in a place. Troy was one of them.
Right.
Listen, in my mind, Troy beat Nora. But we are going to have to beat her. We're going to have to think that up in 4 years or whenever, because she's going to run for mayor. I'm telling you, I strongly believe that. She can say she's not going to do it. She can say she's going to Greenland. She can say she's going to Iceland. She can say she's going to Mars. She's running for mayor.
Well,
she's going to run for mayor.
Chris, ask your people on here. I don't know if you said Sarah's not on here. I don't know. After they get their 10 years of perf in,
Yeah.
don't they have insurance the rest of their life through the city? I think she's just wanting to get her perf in to
Oh, dude,
get her 10-year.
that crazy shit
Oh.
is what makes me think you buying into what she's saying a little bit. No. Hold on here.
Because most people want to get that 10-year perf in. That way they
Annie
got.
says no.
That's not true. They don't keep their insurance after.
No.
Okay. Because somebody told me that the mayor got to, and I thought that was a little far fetched, but it may be. I don't know.
Well,
I'd have to. But yeah, I agree with you. But I think, I think she will take down the mayor, but I think she'll also maybe hurt herself in the long run too when she starts doing
20 years of uninterrupted service to get retirement insurance.
Okay.
20 years of uninterrupted service.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's coming from the boss right there.
Okay. That's fine. That I didn't know for sure. That's the reason I asked about it. So, but I think there's going to be a lot happen over the next 4 years.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And she will have to choose a side, whether she wants to be on the side of the mayor or if she wants to do right by the taxpayers and do
You're
the right.
leaving out that third category of doing right by whatever her agenda is.
Well, that's true.
But yeah.
Let's just hope and pray that she went through it enough 4 years ago that she won't turn back that way. And all I can do is give her the benefit of the doubt for now. But I'm going to keep my guard up, okay?
Right. Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
I hear you.
You give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Here is this picture of the cowboy kid, James King. Good Lord.
I can't see it because I got too much shit and my screen's not.
I'll send it to you. To you.
Okay, there, that's better. I got you now.
Holy crap. What do you think he is doing here?
Okay, here's the agenda. You can be pilot, he'll be the co-pilot. You can be Tex, and he can be co-Tex.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Hurt anybody's feelings there.
Oh.
So we'll just call him co-Tex instead of
yeah, right.
the boy kid, just call him co-Tex.
Webb, the commissioners meeting today was basically not a lot went on. I know I do want to read this. I do. I'll pull it up here because I think that this is pretty important. I do want to let everybody know we've kind of just been shooting the shit because this is the end of the year. We're like, it's kind of like this is like the off season, and we kind of kick into like the big political push after the holidays. But I am going to let you know there is a big meeting coming up on Wednesday the 13th. Yeah, there you go, Audie.
My wife don't like
Wednesday the 13th at 6 p.m. Now, as of right now, that meeting is downtown in the commissioner's courtroom, and I think that that's horrible. It needs to be out at the same place it has been. I don't know why they're doing that, but we need to get a big push for this. So I'm going to call up there tomorrow and ask what's going on with that.
They're going to hold it in the the old commissioner's courtroom.
That's what they're saying. It's so stupid.
Maybe
The
they
planning commission.
maybe they can. The planning commission.
Yeah.
That way, put so many people in the building.
That's exactly why.
Hold 15 people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
And you know, I'd be surprised to see if old Mike Jones is there.
oh, he won't be there. It'll be 6 p.m. He don't go to stuff like that.
Oh, he's
that late.
Blocked me and don't want to talk to me, and
That's good. You're living a better life. A Mike Jones free life is a better life.
I've known Mike Jones since I was 5 years old. So
I am sorry.
it breaks
what?
It breaks my heart that he don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah, mine too.
He's one of them son bitches that holds grudges that go way back. And folks, if you hold grudge against your family members, talk to your family members, because they're not going to be here forever. That's a little public service announcement.
Jesus. All right. Audie's going to start crying. I guess this is a night of crying.
Yeah.
All right, here. Solar advocates ask Delaware County commissioners. Listen, solar advocates ask Delaware County commissioners to change solar ordinance setbacks. Okay. As the local plan commission prepares to once again consider a change to an ordinance governing solar energy projects on farm grounds in Delaware County, the advocates for the solar projects are asking commissioners to open up a second topic for change: setbacks. Okay. At a contentious 3-hour meeting in November, the Delaware County Muncie Metropolitan Plan Commission increased the setbacks for non-participating properties with homes on them from 200 to 500 feet. That setback starts at the property line, and solar advocates tell county commissioners this week that the provisions will drastically limit the number of panels that can be put on participating land.
Yeah.
Robert Coaster, head of the Central for Energy Research Education Services, Ball State University. Property line setbacks instead of line of sight dwelling setbacks is bad neighbor policy because it limits the productive use of adjacent lands. Muncie State Representative Sooo Arrington says the 500-foot setback is much higher than the state recommends in a bill passed in 2022. If there is a dwelling on a neighboring property, the state calls for the distance to be 250 feet from the outer edge of the solar array to the nearest point of the outer wall of the dwelling. But County Commissioner James King pointed out to Arrington that bill created voluntary recommendations, not requirements that would supersede county law. And I agree with James King there. Everything that you're telling us, the state could have created a bill. What each county could have had to go by. Instead, you made recommendations for local officials to create their own ordinances, correct? Which, now, what he's saying is right, and we don't want to be arguing against that. We do not want the people at the State House in Indianapolis to make a blanket ruling for all 92 counties, because the same thing that's going on in Marion County is not the same that's going on in Vanderburgh County. Same thing that's going on in Scottsville.
That would improve things here in Randolph County, though, because I think our setbacks are 50 feet.
Yeah, right. That is true. You guys got screwed in Randolph County.
Oh, they let
absolutely.
The solar
well,
people
because the
write
solar,
the ordinance.
Yeah, they wrote the ordinance.
They wrote the ordinance.
Yeah, but the thing about them back sets and stuff, if you drive out in the country in the summertime when the corn's high and stuff, and you don't have them setbacks, it's hard to see. And there's been a lot of people injured by people running stop signs thinking it's a 4-way stop, or not seeing the stop sign or whatever because of the corn, and you can't see the other cars coming. So, there needs to be quite a bit of setback on those.
Yeah. It was shocking to me to see this thing with King and Arrington, because King's like arguing that you need to do it, and she's telling him to do it. No, listen, even if we get it wrong, I still want home control. You never want to give, and I got it. That's when I started looking into what the county commissioners in Henry County were doing. When I got a flip-flop and thought, wait a minute, they could be doing the right thing, and they started doing things better because they were fighting against that, because there was a big push last year or the year before to take home control away. And we beat that back, and thank God we did, because we need home control. We do not want the state house telling us what to do.
Right. Well, you seen what happened today in another county, up by Logansport, up in that area, where they was going to drain the Mississippi or the.
Oh, I'm getting into that. We're gonna, hopefully Brandon and I are gonna be talking about that soon.
Okay.
That whole big long thing. What happened today? I didn't see it.
They put a 9-month moratorium on it to where they can't start putting a pipeline.
I didn't know that. Did they?
They did that today. Yes. And then the guy the developer come back and says, well, I don't know why they voted to do that, because we're not going to do nothing for at least 9 months. Well, they did it to slow
ensure that.
You know, they don't want to drain the what river is that? Wabash.
It's Wabash. They're trying to reroute. I'll send you some stuff on it, Annie. They're trying to reroute water
from the Wabash.
A lot of water,
and they're wanting underground pipe in to take it right to Lebanon for Eli Lilly's what it's for.
Yeah, it's for Eli Lilly. Matt Gentry is the mayor down there, and he was put in place by Holcomb for that, because Gentry's dad used to be a big shot in the state at the state house.
Well, the county commissioners of that county, I don't know which county it was, but they did a 9-month moratorium on it to where they can't do nothing for at least 9 months. So that's a good thing.
100 million gallons a day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Ryan, you need to move. You need to move down there and get elected to that council and fight them, because those people need help down there. Like, we need to set up shop down there. I feel bad. I feel bad for it. Matt Gentry actually was on Rob Kendall the other day, and Kendall was giving him some hell. We fought back and forth on Twitter for a while. What?
The good thing about it is, though, they did put a 9-month moratorium on it.
Yeah. I mean, 9 months will be over like that.
Right, but they can also go back and do another moratorium and say, no, we're not going to. They're going to get the insight from their constituents, and hopefully they do what their constituents want them to do. They don't want to drain the hell, that mighty Wabash is a big river.
Yeah.
So it's been around.
Call me tomorrow, Ryan. I'd like to talk to you about that, because I've got some thoughts on this. I've been talking with a source connection with a state representative, and I'd like to talk to you about that.
Yeah, the whole show on that one, because and do some follow-ups on it, because that's going to be a big deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's about 5 years ago when they wanted to put a reservoir in Anderson and dam all that area up over there, but they found out it's so contaminated that they can't do it.
Right.
You know where the Mounds Mall and stuff is. That used to be dump.
Yeah, that was insane.
Was a city dump. So
yeah, that was crazy. So okay, to end. Good night there, Charlize. To wrap up, I think we need to talk about, just to wrap this up. I want to talk about the council's goodbye messages. So, what did you think about everybody?
I think they all went through them pretty easy. I mean, it was pretty much Charlize got up there and said, we're losing 5, but we'll only miss 3, and named them.
That was hilarious.
He took my thunder a little bit, and I said the same thing, pretty much, that 5 are being replaced, and that we're only going to miss 3 of them, and I meant that from the heart. And there's a couple of them on there that I hope that, finds another job in another state or somewhere and moves on. That's going to be on the new council.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vote's going to be sitting, so the Republicans aren't going to get a whole lot done. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, no.
For the bots and stuff, and I hope that they take the bots off. I hope they kill that bot ordinance. So they got the votes. They got the votes to do it. But yeah, everybody was heartfelt. I caught hell because I didn't bring a cake this time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But what people need to realize, that was not a good cake. It was a cake. It was being an asshole.
Sarcastic, yeah. It was a sarcastic cake.
It was being an asshole. Yeah, it was a sarcastic cake. So yeah. I don't know. Well, that and the fact that Kate also has the consumption. She tries not to tell too many people, but she does have tuberculosis. So go ahead.
But you got the new council coming in, and I'll address them just like I've addressed this council for the last 4 years.
No, wait, hold on. You skipped. Hold on. I want to ask you about Jeff's goodbye.
Okay.
What did you think about Jeff's goodbye?
Well, I don't know that it was really a goodbye. It was a good luck to the new council coming in. I don't think Jeff's gone. I think.
No, I know, but I mean his message, the message tonight.
Which part of it?
Well, the part that he kind of went crazy on.
Oh yeah. Cussing up there, saying "damn" and "hell," and
I don't really care about that. I mean, yeah, probably could have done away with it. You can normally get away, like you can do
no. He needed an F-bomb included in it.
Yeah, right.
I was proud of him for finally saying in public what he's been saying for months behind,
Here's the thing. Is everything he said like behind closed doors? Do we all say it? Do we all think it? Do we all agree it? Yeah. Here's the thing. All he's gonna do, if you want to play it, we can play it. They're asking us to play it here. Let's play it here real quick. We can play because it did. We'll play both Troy's and his because the internet kind of
before you play that.
Yeah.
I did use my 10th council member seat as in my favor tonight because Mr. Clark, he kept trying to interrupt me. And I said, point of order.
Yeah, I like that. And they gave you crap for it. And I was like, no. I didn't like, that's one thing I disagreed with Jeff on. He was like, oh, Councilman Clark is a councilman and deserves respect. He gets the same level of baseline respect everybody else gets. He works for me.
Right.
If he wants respect, he should show respect. And he did not show a whole lot of respect.
Like you said all along, we're their boss. So
yeah, right. So let's get this. Let's fix this. I'll give the job some respect, but he's been out of line quite frequently.
Yes.
And so I just want to make sure that we're clear on that.
Well, I give it, straight up.
What?
I gave it to Troy. Shut up, or not Troy, but I gave it back to Aaron. Shut up. I'm talking.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah. Okay. Here, let's see where we are.
Jeff, you were the first one. Every one of you. That's okay. I'm not pining that.
Exercise and get exercise.
Me.
Oh,
the way that we are
people
political
first.
of Muncie. I first want to just thank the citizens,
What?
the board, and the council.
Bagley, make sure you put B in there.
Oh yeah, what, dude? He is so weird.
And then he turned around, smiled real big, like, "Oh, I just taught him grammar."
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
here with every one of you guys. So thank you.
Councilman Ingram.
Yeah, so I first want to just thank the citizens of Muncie for giving me this opportunity to serve them. It has been an amazing experience. Good times and bad, absolutely. Some high tensions that happens when you have a lot of people who are passionate about what they're doing. And I believe most all of us up here are definitely passionate about what we are doing, which is serving the citizens of Muncie. I also want to thank my beautiful wife for weathering the storms when I would come home from meetings that I was upset about how things went or whatever, or allowing me to take phone calls on date night from constituents who had issues and everything else. She's been amazingly supportive of me through all of this, and I know I couldn't have done it without her. I also want to encourage the new council to think for yourselves. It's not about party politics when you get up in this seat. It's about the citizens who put their faith in you to do the right things for them. And that's what I've always tried to do in this seat. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that. I told my wife when I was elected, I've got 4 years. I don't care about re-election or any of that other stuff. I've got 4 years to get up and to try and make a difference and to try and make a change in this community. And with the help of some of the amazing people you see sitting next to me, I feel like I've managed to do that. So I just want to thank you all for allowing me to help and to do that. Thank you.
Very well said, Troy. Very well said. And I want to reiterate. What Charlize said, and I think she said it very well. While Troy has caught some hell from some idiots, now what Jeff, I can say what Jeff can't. There are some absolute downright idiots out there. Most of them fall under this flag. This is their flag. The Dan Addicts. This is their flag. And a lot of the Republican Party and a lot of people, and he's taken a lot of hell from them, but he's not taken hell from the public.
Right.
He is the people's councilman. He's done a good job with that. He's really done a good job of, now there are things that I think that he could have done different here or there, but he didn't bow to the party.
Right.
And I can absolutely applaud him for that. Ryan Webb does not bow to the party. You know, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything, whatever. Don't agree with everything Troy says. Don't agree with it. You know, that's fine. I'm sure they don't agree with everything I say. That's excellent. That's how it goes. But the people have to understand this, not bowing to the party. And it's not just the party, because I don't really think Dan is the party, but the Republican mindset, the administration, the hive mind, the party politics, the gatekeeper politics, this bullshit that we have going on in Muncie, that all these people say that, oh, you can't be negative, you can't be the odd man out. To hell with that.
I agree.
And so, yeah.
Like I told Troy, I expect him to run again in 4 years. He'll get
or 2 or next year.
Well, I'd rather see him do more great things in the city than the county. I mean, sorry,
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted there because I know what you mean. And I'll be honest, part of me, I'm conflicted because I know, dude, 4 years is a long time, and it's not. At the same time, it's long and it's not. And 4 years of not being intermixed with the shit,
people forget.
And it's like, dude, why do I want to do that again? I don't want to do that again. To hell with that. So
well, I said, in 4 years, when we get close to time to election time, I'll bring a bottle of Crown over, and he can get his wife drunk, and we'll talk.
Right. Oh yeah, I don't know. All right, now I want to go and play Jeff's little speech. Let's see where we got going with Jeff's. Okay, here we go.
Given to me while I've been on here, told me many different on, but for the most constituents on, but for the most part on, but for the most part on, but for the flourish and grow and prosper, and you guys have proved that, and you'll be missed. I want you to know. First of all, and many of whom are here this evening, most of all, I want to wish you all good luck. This is a thankless job. Okay, it's a thankless job.
The only councilman-elect that was not there tonight was Del Basham.
Yeah, where was Dale Basham?
He should have been there.
Where was the mayor?
Well, the mayor, he's probably food poisoning again or something. Who knows? Basham should have been there. He's elected to be there. He should have been there, getting caught up on what's going on in this meeting.
Yeah, that's a bad look.
But it's a bad look.
Yeah, it's a really bad look. I don't think he thinks about. I don't think he cares about it. Look, it don't matter what's going on. He's there for one reason.
Look, I'm Del Basham. I'm on the city council.
Yeah, he's there to be a voice for the mayor.
But
and we need to really watch that.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Jeff. Let's hear what you got to say.
It's a difficult job. Tonight is really, I think, probably the first time many of us have heard thank you. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not pining for it, but I want to warn you. This is a thankless job and a very, very difficult job. Making decisions you feel are best for your collective constituencies should always, to a couple others' points, should always be the top of your mind. Making decisions for what's best for the people. Sometimes when you do that, you're going to be running.
This town needs a political enema. Just a straight enema would work, but yeah, political enema definitely. One of my favorite ever quotes from Jack Nicholson. Someone said, Troy Tackett on the city stream said, he's speaking directly to Nora. Troy, you show what kind of an idiot you are.
Troy,
why would he have to speak to Nora? Nora knows what it's like to be up there.
Yeah.
He's not speaking to Nora, you idiot.
She's already got 8 years experience, don't she?
Well, yeah, right.
Encounter to what is being proposed. We saw it here this evening. Sometimes you're going to be running counter to what is being proposed.
I like this.
When that happens, you're going to be vilified.
Yeah.
Okay, you are going to be vilified. You're going to be called horrible names. Rumors made up about you, things said about you by people that will never step foot in this building,
Yep.
by people who will never do a damn thing.
Okay, I'm fine with him here. I'm fine with him. I'm with him. I'm still with him. I'm okay with him saying damn. I don't have a problem with that. I'm okay.
For this community. Okay? What I want you all to do, when that happens, because it will happen, just do what I did and just keep moving forward. To hell with them. As long as your heart's in the right.
All right, no, that might be a little crazy because even if people disagree with you and even if they don't like you, you still represent them. So it's not just like, all right, to hell with them, because it's like, no, you still got to be here. They still got to be here. I get where he's saying, and it's okay if any one of us would have said that, and whatever. I'm not gonna.
I think the thing he was talking about was the hateful remarks made to you.
Sure.
Right place, and you can walk out of this door at the end of your 4 years like I'm going to do tonight, and you feel proud of the job that you did in spite of them all, because they don't have the balls to put their name on a ballot. They don't have the guts to come in and to try to say anything. They'll just do it from their lazy boy. So I'm urging you all, stay the course, do what's right for your constituents, leave your personal and your political beliefs at the front door when you come in. We've done our best. Those of us who have been here for 4 years and those of us who haven't been here for those 4 years. We've done our best. I hope that we leave this council better than when we received it. And I hope that you
That's
all
definitely true.
hand off a council better than when you receive it. I hope that we've set some type of precedent here with this council for how things should be done with
Yes.
public input,
Yes.
by listening to our constituents, by answering that call every time. Something I'm very proud of. And Troy and I talked earlier, and I told him he and I can both walk out of here tonight with our heads held high, knowing that we did everything the right way, no matter what anybody on Facebook's saying. So Godspeed and good luck to you all.
All right. I'm not going to begrudge him that. Everything's good. I like Jeff. I agree with most of what he says. He deserves his moment. He did let his slip show a little bit. His slip.
Sometimes
drop.
it's Chris.
I know. But here's the problem I have, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about it. It gets into that mentality that the only way you can make a difference is if you run and serve. And that can't be the message.
But on the same token, he may be one of them people sitting in the audience next year.
Yeah, sure. And he might very be, and I hope he is. And I like Jeff. There's no problem. I'm not busting his balls. I'm just saying because listen, I used to be Jeff when I would tell people, you gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run. But I met somebody a while back that told me, no, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do what you're doing. Not everybody can go to a meeting and speak. People got to do what they feel comfortable with. So some people can only write letters. Some people...
He's more or less talking about the Dan addicts.
I know. I understand that. I understand that. 1,000%. I get it.
And buddy, 5 years ago, I was one of those that never would come to the meetings.
Well, sure. I understand that.
And
Absolutely.
Number 11, Audie, LOL. You or him? You're him, Troy. You're number 11. He's number 12.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He called it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He called it.
But I still have problems public speaking. I'm getting good at it tonight. I didn't stutter and stumble and all that stuff tonight. But as of 6 months ago, I was still fumbling over words and stuff. But people's got to understand, just like Charlize, she has a hard time getting up there speaking. But the more you do it, the easier it comes. And if people are at these meetings and they see these faces in the crowd, well, there's a constituent right there that's here at the meetings wanting to know what's going on. Yeah. They're not fucking Troy Tackett piece of shit.
Yeah. You and I, and we can say that.
Right. And Jeff can now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, because that's the funny thing. And I try to remind Troy Tackett of this. I have about a year and a half worth of messages that I have saved from Troy bad-mouthing this mayor, bad-mouthing him for not destroying fire-based EMS, bad-mouthing him for not doing this or that with the police department, bad-mouthing him for this or not that, doing economic development. And it's not until election time he gets on the bandwagon of, yah, rah, rah. And it's like, dude, say that. Do you not know I've got all these messages?
And that's one of the things that...
two-faced lying.
Yeah. After the election, he sent me a message through Messenger. Oh, that's bullshit the way Troy Ingram and Jeff Robinson's attacking you up there. No, it's not. They didn't attack me. So they said something about reading the whole ordinances or whatever. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
They don't sit on their keyboard and try to be an asshole toward me when I'm running an election and then try to be my best friend afterwards. I don't like two-faced people.
Yeah.
Just because we don't agree, don't make you two-faced. But shit like that makes you two-faced. And I don't agree.
Jack, who's a piece of shit? I'll say it. Who's a piece of shit? I guarantee you. Let's call him out.
Troy Tackett,
Yeah.
he's a big fucking turd.
People saying shitty things is part of the politics. Listen, do you know how many people say shit about me? Do you know how frequent? I mean, like, I love it. I bathe in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love it. Just like his scar here. See the scar here?
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me, says, "Well, somebody told me you got that scar in fight."
Well, I mean,
You're saying
it's just over a year ago that you were being accused of like trying to bring people back from the dead or something.
yeah, yes.
Like you're some kind of necromancer or shit.
Yeah, I was the evil.
And you hang out with people who, like, I'm assuming they're talking about me. They're involved in like witchcraft and shit because I work at a haunted joint.
Hey, if people don't think shit's haunted,
it's hilarious and beautiful. I love being called names. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what? Are you for real?
It just lets me know I'm doing something right.
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing I feel on spirits and stuff. If you believe in God, you got to believe in the spirits because you got the Holy Spirit. So, no preaching sermon or nothing like that. But you believe in God, you got to believe in spirits because you believe in the Holy Ghost. So
misinformed. Just think how this county would be without Bilbrey running his show. Dude, listen, I don't know who you are, but that's is a true statement. People can take it. You can Mike Jones me until you're blue in the face. But if you don't think that we here, Kate, Brandon, Audie, when he comes on, us, if you don't think that we make a difference here, you're an idiot.
Hey, Chris, do you think that misinformed 22 might be Mike Jones?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you know what I'm saying, because he's the type of person that would come on here and praise you because no name.
Yeah, right. That would be hilarious.
Or maybe Stinky Stilts.
Right. Jesus. Oh God. I will tell you, both of the people have reached out to me from the last night's battle, the local Delaware County political media battle royale. And
what did I miss?
Talk to me today at 5:00. Give me a second. On the phone?
1,700 hours. Military time. Is that I know who that is. Do.
Oh, more like 1741.
Is that who I'm thinking it is?
No.
No.
It would no.
Maybe
okay.
It was Poppy.
No, it's not Andrew Pop. That's hilarious. Okay.
Somebody using military time, so
yeah. I do all the time. If you look at what's on my phone right now. Oh, you can't see it.
Hey Troy, this is a hell of a shootout game here, isn't it? 31-28.
Who is it? What is it?
Football.
No, I know who's playing.
Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Both starting quarterbacks are out now. If anybody follows football, what's his name for the Jaguars? He just went out with a bad knee injury, it looked like.
Oh no. All right. Well, put your name on your account, bitches.
Don't hide behind them keyboards. But if you want to, that's your choice and prerogative. I may even
I get this. I get some people it makes you pick a username and people just get on there and do things. They don't think about using it then. You're just floating through life and then all of a sudden, bam, you start watching this weird ass political show and you don't think about people getting on there and giving you hell for you not having your name. I don't always bust everybody out.
I see some of it. Some of it, people work in jobs that are political. Some people work in jobs where they don't want it to be political. and you got to protect your identity, you know, in those cases. I know there's some people that work for Ask Me that's on here that
Oh yeah, look, I've got lots of people on here that have different things, and they comment under. That's why I don't ever give anybody a real hard time about, unless someone's on here just being an absolute troll, and you
Right.
know you can normally tell that. But I don't give people hell for having fake names, because some people do it because of the fact that they're a source, and they are, you know, like, you guys would die if I told you that like Shreen Wigley was like my number one source, you know.
Right.
But I can say things like that because you don't know if it's true or not, and nobody in 1,000 years would buy it one way or another.
right, exactly. And you might go back before they delete it after watching this video, but the mute.
And you just lost Shireen her job. Good job, Kristopher.
Yeah, right.
Get more information out of the mayor's secretary than you do the mayor.
What were you saying, honey?
But the Munis, the city of Munis,
Yeah.
had a picture of Noblesville on their website the other day. And when they took the picture, you could see part of their car. It was like a maroon, newer Chevy. If you look down in the corner, it says GM, and it's a 4-door. It's a fairly new car. You could actually pull that up and track that person down and find out, you know, the people you suspect of being that person. You can see if they got a car like that, and that'll tell you who they are. But that's just some of the PI work, you know.
Where's it at? I'm getting on here.
The city of Munis.
Yeah, you said it was, how long ago was it?
Last week. I meant to tell you about it the other day. I guess I shouldn't have told you on here because they're going to go on there real quick and take it off. But you can actually see the car. It's a General Motors car, and I think it's maroon color.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Snap that before they delete it. You see the door lining and stuff. You can almost,
Yeah, yeah.
if you zoom in down in the corner of the window
Yeah.
down there,
Yeah, I see it.
it says GM on it, so that you know it's a General Motors vehicle.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's
that gives
funny.
you that shit, and people think they're being sneaky, but they can be found out who they are.
Oh yeah. There's always a way.
They'll slip up and post something like that, and maybe it may not be a picture that they took. Maybe they stole it off of Noblesville website.
Yeah, right. We're gonna be tracking down somebody from somebody from like Evansville.
But you could go by houses or their place of business.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
Oh, there's that car.
Yeah.
Exactly who it is.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. Well, I think that's it. We've milked it. The council meeting is over. It's all over, folks. It's all over as far as the Muncie City Council. I wish they would number the councils.
Yes.
Like, kind of like they do the Congress, you know, like this is the
112th.
78th Muncie City Council, because I name it the council term 2020 through 2023, but that's really awkward. So maybe I'm gonna start. Maybe I'll go back through. I can do some math and look back through.
Yeah, but you got when they first started, and you got to determine if they were all 4-year terms or 2.
We can do that. I mean, we can get close enough.
Yeah. Maybe this is council number 69. Who knows?
They're all council number 69. All right, folks. Audie, you got anything else to say?
Nope. I think that's it, folks.
Hey, Jackie wants to know about your knee thing. What's going on with your knee?
I tore my meniscus at work about 3 months ago, and it never got no better. So I got to go.
What were you doing playing with your meniscus at work?
Yeah. Well, I was getting up on a machine, and I slipped and twisted the wrong way. And I went and had x-rays done. Said, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. And then, 6 weeks, it hadn't healed none and still felt bad. And so I finally got an MRI on it 2 weeks ago. a week ago yesterday. A week ago tomorrow, I got an MRI on it, and they told me I had a torn meniscus. So December 12th, I go in and have surgery done on it. So, but I don't know if I finished telling you that. Oh yeah, I did tell you that they're going to be sworn in at 5:30 on Monday the 11th, the new council. So we may go up there and check that out. I don't know. I'm going to be here. So.
Oh yeah, that would be.
You know, it's not a big to do, but it is to some of the members. Just to get a good rapport with them, you know, to start out on the right foot. It's a new chapter. We got a new administration coming in for the city of Muncie, so you know they take 6 months to 8 months for this new administration, the mayor and his guys to
figure out what the hell's going on.
We're new again.
Yeah, right. Back like a.
Who's Troy saying?
Like a what?
I thought you wanted to ask me something, or oh yeah, you said glad you're here, Troy.
Oh no, sorry. I was just saying.
Is that what it looks like?
Is what they're going to be doing to you.
Oh, they're going to take part of that.
To remove any of the debris and loose fragments.
I was just wanting to say, just from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everything that you have done on the council. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking time with me when, just to be perfectly honest, it probably got you in a lot of trouble. It probably didn't help you with none. And like, look, if I didn't exist, I'm not saying like, oh, I made Troy who he is. If I didn't exist, you would be right where you are doing the same thing. It's not like they would be like, oh, we magically love you, because you're the same person you are. But
like I told him in the council meeting, just because you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat, we get along really good. And we share a lot of the same beliefs and stuff. It's just we're forced to choose Democrat or Republican when we go to run for office. So
yeah.
But Troy, love, I'm gonna get you back in there in 4 years. Me and you'll be on that council, and we'll have a new mayor.
All right, are you done?
Howdy.
All right, bye. Right in the middle of me telling like this great big long story, he's like, wait a minute, I want to tell you something else I already told you. Audie, he's just Audie. He is who he is. Okay, what I was saying was thank you for helping me through this, because I have been political in doing all of this, but I was really starting out in this when you guys were running for office and doing all of that. I had been broadcasting for a couple of years, but it was just in one little area, and I was trying to go bigger at that time, and you have helped out a lot. You have been a great public servant. You've been a wonderful city council person. You've been a good friend. I'm definitely happy to consider you a friend. It is a shame that the city of Muncie is losing your service, and I just want to thank you for doing what your oath stated that you needed to do, living up to your promise when you ran and living up to the oath that you took. And I want to thank your wife for sharing you with the people of Muncie, your family, and thank you guys. You guys are both good friends, and I am very, very happy to know you guys. And so I hope that you hang in there, and I hope that you do other stuff in politics. And also, I don't blame you if you don't, but I definitely want to continue, a friendship. And while I fully understand you might say, to hell with that, I'm not listening to that for a while, I definitely hope you poke your head in at least a time or two every now and then and say, hey, here, even if you do take time away. So, thanks, Chris. I appreciate what you do. You provide a huge service Do this in many other communities. Well, thank you. You need to ask right now if he'll be keeping all of his. I will send out an email tomorrow to him. Yes, I will do that. There's no good reason. There is no good reason Troy should be off the council. Good work. Thanks for not being party clowning. We look forward to seeing you at the. Oh, yes, I got that. I did see that. And I will be there. And I've got just the absolute perfect funny thing for that very day. So I will be there. I am absolutely looking forward to it, and I will be there. All right, folks. I appreciate you guys watching. For those of you that were here for the council meeting, it's been a long several hours, so thank you all very much. The Monday is in the books. We will see you back here tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to go through the commissioners meeting a little bit more in depth. We're going to start preparing for the solar thing. And I might have something else up my sleeve, but I'll let you know. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., be here. And you'll be cool. If not, you'll be a loser. So thank you all very much. I appreciate you tuning in. And remember, please like the show, do all of that thing, all the Facebook stuff. Blah, it's no fun, but I appreciate you guys for sharing the show and spreading the word. So you guys take care. Good night, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.